Hi guys, Game News here, and I'm here to bring you something new. Again, I've mentioned before that I bought the Ensnare the Soul skill set from the shop, and now the shop is empty of its curios section. You can see here, I bought one of them, the skill Ensnare the Soul, and I'm gonna show you what it comprises today. Alright, let me just bring up the menu for the skill. It is a dagger set that you can actually buy for 99 gold previously. Right now it's taken down. I'm sorry, I was a bit late. And this skill is not very easy to understand because they have a lot of debuffs that I really do not get it from the first try. Yeah, I was just playing it around. I was just doing something weird with it. Yeah. Anyway, but we are right now ready, and I'm just gonna show you what it comprises. Yeah, okay, like any skill that you have here, you have about seven stuff that you can actually what we call it, icons or skills that you can actually use. So the first one is Deadly Shout. Alright, you can see here, this is the Ensnare the Soul skill set. Maximum distance is 20 meters. So the dagger skill set is usually very far in its range. Yeah, its cooldown is about 2 seconds, which is quite long. I don't quite like that. Energy needed is about 16. Take note that I'm still using at skill level 1. So here you can see that the damage is about 31 to 34. Alright, not very strong. Yeah, but it inflicts life-taking internal damage on a target. So what happens is, every time the target takes a hit by this dagger skill, it has this life-taking debuff on him. Yeah, and after that, below it says internal damage only hits after it has accumulated for a brief period. So it only is effective after it has accumulated on the opponent's body, which is a good and a bad thing, of course. But hey, I will show you how I do it in the with these NPCs around me. Yeah, okay. The second skill is Spirits of the Dead. You can see here that I need the energy of 16, which is not relatively high. Why do I say that? Because my quarterstaff set, the Crying Stick, alright, at level 2 is at energy needed 14, you see. And then the dagger set at level 1, I need about 16 energy. So it's a difference. Yes, means that is it more powerful than the quarterstaff set I have? Not in terms of damage. Yeah, and of course this is a ranged skill set, so I don't expect it to be too overpowering, because if you have range and then you are still hitting hard, I think this is gonna be imbalanced. Yeah, anyway, so this is Spirits of the Dead. So this attack has its attacks for 2 hits, deals about 35 points of damage. Alright, so this adds another debuff, another kind of debuff called the Theft of Souls. And every time the target uses flying skills, it sustains internal damage. Alright, so all these are physical external damages. Yep, you can see that there is no attributes whether is it a yin or yang attribute, but it internally damages the opponent. Alright, and you can see that the third one is the Endless Inferno. Alright, this is a maximum distance of 20 meters. Take note of that, which is very, very far. Cooldown is 3 seconds. The second one was about 4 seconds. So you can see that the cooldown is quite slow for this skill set. And alright, Endless Inferno, let me continue. Life-taking internal damage again. This move will cause him to suffer dizziness. Yeah, if the target is suffering from life-taking internal damage, the internal damage will take effect and movement speed will be reduced. The target will also be unable to perform flying skills. Alright, so Endless Inferno is a skill where after you have done enough damage to the opponent and the opponent starts to flee, alright, hit him with this Endless Inferno and all the life-taking debuffs will take to its maximum efficiency, maximum effect. Alright, so the guy will not be able to perform live flying skills. His movement speed will be slowed, and then you can take him down. Yeah, or if you are struggling, you are desperate, you are like in the midst of a heavy melee brawl, yeah, and then you are the at the wrong end of the stick, yeah, you can just unleash this, and then maybe the opponent might suffer, and then you may age out because of the debuffs, yeah. So this is the Endless Inferno skill. Let us move on. Whirlwind of Death. Alright, Whirlwind of Death is about maximum distance about 3 meters only. Okay, so hits about 55 for 2 hits, yeah. About near 100 damage for level 1. Okay, it's not too bad at all. If the target is suffering from life taking internal damage, every ensuing attack will add a layer of internal damage. Alright, so you can see that this skill also uses the debuffs of the first or second, the first skill, Deadly Shout. Alright, it uses the debuffs to actually inflict additional layer of damage, yeah. So so this is the Whirlwind of Death. The fifth one is the Eternal Struggle. Alright, so this is a simple falling strike, and your dagger inflicts about 62 damage per 1 hit. Alright, this is the feint where you actually break the enemy's parry, yeah. So if you break the enemy's parry, you can cause the target to suffer even greater internal damage over a short period. So you can see that this is to break the parry. Anyway, second last is the Soul Entrapment. Alright, so this is the parry skill itself. I've already activated it on my top right hand corner. So if the opponent is suffering from life taking energy, his HP will be winnowed away. If the enemy is has soul stealing internal damage, his inner energy will be affected. This is the parry skill that I do not understand. Now, what is soul stealing internal damage? You've read it so far, all these 5 skills, and then you don't see any soul stealing, and suddenly it just pops out soul stealing. Alright, the closest to it maybe will be the Spirits of the Dead, where attack adds Theft of Souls eternal damage. Yeah, but really, I think this may be down to translation. It's just poor. Ridiculously poor. Alright, so anyway, this also uses the debuffs that has been inflicted by the first 2 skills. Yeah, the Theft of Souls and the life-taking internal damage Deadly Shout. Alright, these are all the skills that inflict the debuffs, and then the rest of the skills are usually the skills where they optimize or use the debuffs that has been inflicted. So this, you can see that already with these 6 skills, besides the rage, of course, all these skills are tend towards PvP. It's not exactly PvE oriented, yeah. So if you're gonna use this to hit on big groups of mobs, yeah, you are not going to have a good time, because really this skill is all about PvP, which is good because I like it. I need a skill for my beggar to actually engage one-on-one with players or even NPCs, yeah. I'll show you the skill later. And we have, last but not least, the Hell on Earth. When I activated it in the Tiger Hill, it shows me Hell Transmigration, which is a weird name. But anyway, Hell on Earth here is right here. So each attack can trigger the target's life taking internal damage and soul stealing internal damage, inflicting additional external damage. So you can see that again, daggers use a lot of debuffs, and the rage itself also triggers the debuffs, making the enemy suffer, yeah. So yeah, very PvP oriented, and we are going to try it out on the NPCs. I'll see if I can actually activate the Hell on Earth, yeah. Okay, let me move on. Deadly Shout. Anyway, I'm right now at Luoyang, as you can see here at the White Horse Rock. Okay, I'm gonna trigger a task here which will give me about 300 reputation. So you might want to jot this down if you want to like farm for reputation. It's at White Horse Rock, around negative 18,431. Yeah, I'm gonna activate this task here by this lady agent or argent, yeah, problem of hunter. Alright, this will give me about, you can see here, 300 reputation will be increased from 363 to 643. Not bad, yeah. So let me just tend to this. Alright, so I started little Le Yang task, and we are going to like hit some NPCs. Okay, so this is the Le Yang child. I'm supposed to activate him, and he says, could you help me teach the aggressive Baotu Stronghold Knights a lesson? Okay, we are going to do that with the Ensnare souls, yeah. Ensnare souls here. Okay, so these are the knights. Okay, you can see there's somebody here. I'm not so sure what he's doing. I think he wants to activate the same the same task as me. Alright, I'm just gonna attack this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna use the first skill, and I've positioned it. This is the Deadly Shout. Again, the Whirlwind of Death. It will actually use the debuff, and the third one will inflict the Theft of Souls. The fourth one is the Eternal Struggle. The fifth one is the Endless Inferno. Alright, I'm gonna use all of this in sequence so that you can see the effect. Okay, this guy is actually bothering me. I'll let him just fight. I will just do my own thing. Okay, you just kill everyone. Let me find another one. Okay, this guy. Okay, you wanna see the range? This is the range, alright? I can hit him by if I'm like line of sight. Okay, this is line of sight. One, boom. This is very far, isn't it? Okay, 2 seconds cooldown. So he's about dead after 2 hits, and then after that I will do the Theft of Souls. Is this the Theft of Souls? So what I'm talking about? This is the Spirits of the Dead. Alright. So these two skills are the ones that actually activate the debuffs on the opponent, and with 3 hits the guy is dead. Let me try that again with this Baotu Stockade Village Knight. This is the Deadly Shout. Alright, and then I will use the Spirits of the Dead to activate the Theft of Souls. The Theft of Souls internal damage, the debuffs, yeah. So I'll let him hit me. Alright, just to accumulate rage or something, just whatsoever. Let him just hit me. He's just weak. Then this is the Whirlwind of Death. I'll show you the Whirlwind of Death now. I'll just press one, boom. Alright, it was just stab him twice and he's dead. Okay, let me just engage him with the Deadly Shout, and this is the Spirits of the Dead. Okay, he's about half life down. So I'll use the Eternal Struggle. Alright, it will break the parry. Let me just do that. Okay, so this is the parry and he's dead again. And the Endless Inferno, I haven't really showed you yet. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, I'm shooting him from far again, and then I'm using the Spirits of the Dead, which will trigger the Theft of Souls debuff. Then I'm gonna use the what do you call that? The Eternal Inferno. Alright, boom. Okay, and he's dead. Maybe I'll do it again to him. Okay, the Eternal Inferno, sorry, what am I talking about? Endless Inferno. Alright, the Endless Inferno is useless without the debuffs. You can see that it's 18. It's like, what? You're tickling me? Yeah, useless. So if you have to really do the normal damage, add the debuffs on the opponent first, and then do the Endless Inferno, and then it will hit for 45. If I increase it, of course, then okay, you can see I was using the Endless Inferno, and it actually dealt 1 damage, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, it's very weak without the debuff. So I put it to the last, and that's just proper. Anyway, I have my rage skill ready, and let me just let him hit me. I think he might die because he hit me, you see. It's because he has some debuffs on himself, so when he hits me, he gets damaged by the parry skill. Yeah, so the parry skills again, okay, he ran away. Okay, I think he got bored, and then he just wants to talk with his friend. Anyway, if the opponent is suffering from life-taking energy, his HP will be winnowed away. If the enemy has soul-stealing internal damage, his inner energy will be affected. So you can see that as he attacks me, he actually receives damage, and that's because of the debuffs. Yeah. So again, very PvP oriented skill, very efficient for one-on-one fights, and not bad, I would say. Yeah. Let me just increase my rage value and show you the, what you call that, limit break. I call it the limit break because it really resembles Final Fantasy VII's limit break. Yeah, you get damage and then you just accumulate in rage, in emotions, and unleash them to the detriment, to the demise of the opponent. Yeah. Okay. Taking a while. He's a bit weak, so maybe I should get others to attack as well. Yeah. Come on, attack me. I'm waiting for you to attack me. You are just messing around. Very weak people. Alright, my rage is up and let's do the Hell Transmigration. Boom. Of course, this is NPC, so one hit will, you know, cause him to die. Anyway, so this is the skill itself, and moving along, let me just finish the task and receive my 300 reputation. Alright, my thoughts on this, yeah? Like I said, it's useless against mobs because you can't do area of effect damage. Alright, you will just be swallowed up by the mob, and I have to use my other dagger or my other beggar skills to actually meditate the crowd. Yeah. So I think this is a good buy, to be honest, because I have met online players, and when I versus them, they were irritated by the dagger because I was just kiting them, like dashing around, fooling around with them, and then they were just saying, "Oh man, this is the most irritating fight ever because I'm just escaping. I'm not actually directly engaging them, and I'm able to deal them damage." Yeah, so this is very useful for annoying people. And of course, if they are kidnappers, they are running away, yep, use the dagger skill. Alright, let me just activate the task first. And okay, this task is gonna give me 1000 reputation. Alright, by this hunter here called Wanker. You can see here at 61190 the coordinates. Talk to him, give him the problem of the hunter again. He will give me 1000 reputation. That is awesome, yeah. So of course I'm going to activate this before I engage the NPCs, and you can see that I can kite the guy forever, man. Just shoot from far, run, shoot from far, run, and it's just gonna be so irritated. Yep. Of course, he's trying to attack me and he's dead. Oh, I just hit another one. Anyway, if you spam this button, it will actually randomly select an opponent. Yeah. So try not to anyhow spam, which I accidentally did, and then the guy's dead. So you can see that this is quite awesome, and close combat wise, it's actually not too fanciful. Let me just show you. Okay, I'm just gonna do my what call that? What's this skill called again? Spirits of the Dead skill. Yeah, I keep forgetting the skill name. Alright, I'm taking on so many of them. You can see that I can't really engage them because there are three of us. Sorry, there are three of them, and I don't have an area of effect attack except for the Spirits of the Dead. Yeah, the rest of my skills, except for the Eternal Struggle, which breaks parry, yeah, only does one-on-one damages. Yeah, so it's not very useful, and they're all dead. Yeah, so this is the Ensnare the Soul skill set for you guys, and it's a pity that you can't actually buy it because I think this is actually useful for my character. But in any case, Snail Game did say that if you miss the sale of these skills, which you can buy from the shop here, yep, or this curious section, if you missed it, they may come back again, but you may need to pay 199 gold. That's twice the cost. That's about 60 USD, and that's gonna burn your pockets. Yeah, so if you want to get it, you can wait later, but that will be 60 bucks. Alright, and can you get it in drops from Green Cloud Castle or those big instances? I don't know, but I do see them floating around, to be honest, and probably you may be able to get that. Yeah, but I am not sure, do not quote me. And yeah, this is Ensnare the Souls for you, and my name is Game Muse. That is all. I'll see you guys for the next video.